If you were to put a value on your hand, what would it be? I mean, really, if you were gonna lose your hand in a workplace accident, how much would you have to be paid for it to be worthwhile? Well, you're about to find out how much it's actually worth according to the workers' compensation system. And that number could be even 10 times more or less than the next state over. I know, heaven forbid it actually makes sense. Hi, I'm Rachel from Ally Safety, and today we're diving into a critical issue that affects workers across the United States: the huge differences in workers' compensation benefits depending on where you work. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. If you like our YouTube videos, make sure to check out our video subscription to access over 150 video courses. Check it out at allysafety.com. So how much is your hand worth? Let me know in the comments below. For a lot of us, there's no amount of money that would be worth losing a hand in a workplace accident. But in the wild world of workers' compensation, they actually do have to give a number for injuries like amputations. I know it seems pretty gruesome, but the reality is there are around 6,200 reported cases of work-related amputations every single year. And these numbers have a huge impact on the livelihood of those who suffer serious injuries. So the crazy thing is, each state determines its own workers' compensation benefits, which leads to a system where the value of an injury varies dramatically based on your location. ProPublica actually did an investigation into this, which was published in 2015. Their website even has an interactive portion where you can see how much different amputations pay out in different states. As an example, let's look into how much a hand is actually worth. Did you know that the amount a hand is worth can vary between states, from over $700,000 in Nevada to $37,000 in Alabama? That's right. Your hand is worth almost 20 times as much in Nevada as it is in Alabama. And although those two numbers are the extreme, the amounts vary that much across the states. So that's the hands, but what about your fingers? Well, fingers have different values depending on the finger type. For example, thumbs are the most valuable and range from about $195,000 in Kentucky down to $13,000 in Rhode Island. But a pinky finger, on the other hand, and yes, I know, that is a bad pun. Well, a pinky is apparently worth more in Oregon, which pays more than any other state, $79,000 for a pinky amputation. The next highest is Montana, which is significantly lower than Oregon, coming in at $42,000. The smallest amount you'll get for that little finger is a rock bottom price of $2,000 in Massachusetts. And middle fingers? Well, Oregon, the land of courteous drivers, places a premium on middle fingers at $93,000 a piece, while Colorado won't even break $5,000 for your middle finger. These discrepancies extend beyond hands and fingers too. If you think your job could literally cost you an arm and a leg, here are the values for those. An arm in Nevada is worth almost $860,000, while an arm in Alabama is worth just under $49,000. While a leg is somehow only worth $543,000 at the federal level, and again is massively undervalued in Alabama at $44,000. Just imagine how your workplace earnings would change if you had lost a leg. Do you think $44,000 would make up for the loss of income? If you're starting to notice that Alabama is a really bad place to get hurt, you're right. They pay much less than most states across the board. Next, let's look at eyes. Again, it's a terrible pun, but rather than getting an eye for an eye, getting a paycheck for your eye will look like $300,000 at the federal level and just under $23,000 in Minnesota. So yeah, being able to see isn't highly valued in the land of 10,000 lakes. Some workers' comp plans even assign specific values to the loss of a testicle. At the federal level, a testicle's worth about $98,000, while in Minnesota, you're only gonna get about $3,700. You might wonder, how does anyone at work lose a testicle? And all I have to say is, gentlemen, there's a reason we safety pros tell you to tighten the leg straps on your fall protection harnesses. So think of that next time you're wearing them loose. The unsettling truth is that the value of your arm or any body part really shouldn't depend on your zip code, but it does. Every worker deserves fair compensation and, more importantly, the right to a safe working environment that prevents these life-changing injuries in the first place. As a US resident, it's important to understand these discrepancies because the system we depend on often works in very mysterious and disappointing ways. It makes it that much more important to focus on prevention and making workplaces safer to reduce amputations and serious injuries overall. What do you think of these values? I hope you found this video interesting. If you did, please hit that like button. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, please hit that subscribe button and consider joining our video subscription membership, where we have over 150 courses on workplace safety. As always, thanks for watching, take care, and stay safe. Hi, Rachel from Ally Safety here. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out the Ally Safety Toolbox Talk membership at allysafety.com. There, you'll find an entire library of videos that are created to make safety entertaining. I'll see you there at allysafety.com.